Okay, we've got 1 bar of battery left. I've got too much natural light, probably casting me in a shadow, but we're gonna go for it. This is Bookmarks and Breadsticks. Hi, this is Kim and welcome back to Bookmarks and Breadsticks. A special hello, and if you're new to my channel, I focus on food writing and nonfiction books. Remember that food books are not cookbooks, but they do cover everything from food world and travel, food world history, and much more. Today, I'm here to bring you my February TBR. Now, if you're unfamiliar or new to my channel, as part of an initiative to get physical books off my TBR, I wrapped every single book I needed to read. And each month, I pull 3 to 4 books off the shelf and I need to read through them. So today, we're unwrapping February. I should also mention in the month of February, I have a buddy read with Danny over at Spinelli Speaks, and we're gonna be reading all about Nathan's hot dogs. So if you haven't checked out that video, I'll leave it in the cards. So first book up I have is The Gastronomical Me by MFK Fisher. It just dawned on me that I bought the anthology of all of MFK Fisher's books in a 20th edition. Do you think I need to read this? I guess I could read it this month, and then when I get the anthology in an unwrapping, I can skip that chapter. So yeah, we're gonna read this in February. If you don't know who MFK Fisher is, she's considered one of the fundamental food writing voices in America. She's obviously no longer with us, but she was alive from 1908 to 1992 and is the author of numerous books of essays and reminiscences. I didn't know that was a word. Many of which have become American classics. In 1929, a newly married MFK Fisher said goodbye to the milquetoast American culinary upbringing and sailed with her husband to Dijon, where she tasted real French cooking for the first time. The Gastronomical Me is a chronicle of her passionate embrace of a whole new way of eating, drinking, and celebrating the senses. As she recounts memorable meals shared with an assortment of eccentric and fascinating characters, set against the backdrop of mounting pre-war tensions, we witness the formation of not only her taste, but her character and her prodigious talent, which her talent is as a writer. I've read 1 book by MFK so far, and I'm not sure I like her writing prose, but I will continue through. We'll see what I think. The next book just says T number 4, which is probably a reference to travel. Throw that down there. Okay, this is Hog and Hominy, Soul Food from Africa to America by Fredless Douglass Opie. So yay, Black voices. And this book, Opie deconstructs and compares the foodways of people of African descent throughout the Americas. Interprets the health legacies of Black culinary traditions and explains the concept of soul itself, revealing soul food to be an amalgamation of West and Central African social and cultural influences, as well as the adaptations Blacks made to the conditions of slavery and the freedoms of America. So yeah, I'm super excited. This is actually not too long. I'd say it's taking out the references pages. 180 pages. So it should be another pretty light read, which I'm excited. I only pick 4 books off my TBR each month because I am a mood reader. I do have 2 shelves of books that a lot of them are fiction or not food related so that I can jump back and forth, which helps me. I never want my books to feel like chores, if that makes sense. I want to get through this TBR. It is a goal of mine, but if I want to read a fluffy novel every once in a while, that's totally fine too. Next up, it just says 4 and an M, which I'm guessing is a memoir. Have you noticed that there's different wrapping paper for each book because clearly I ran out of wrapping paper? You should really watch that video. I have a complete mental breakdown over wrapping paper. Ooh, I've been looking for this one. Savage Feast, 3 generations, 2 continents, and a dinner table. A memoir with recipes by Boris Fishman. First off, this cover, it's not gorgeous. I just think it like captures my attention because there's this whole finished feast. But Savage Feast means there's gotta be some family drama. The acclaimed author of A Replacement Life, note to self, go look up this other book, shifts between heartbreak and humor in this gorgeously told memoir. A story of family, immigration, and love, and an epic meal, Savage Feast explores the challenges of navigating two cultures from an unusual angle. I'm really excited about this one. I got this at Open Books, a nonprofit here in Chicago that I volunteer with. I got a hardcover memoir for $7.50. So this is plug of the video. Please consider supporting your small and independent bookstores. Open Books, they are a used bookstore, but the other part of their nonprofit is that the dollars and proceeds they make go into literary programs for K through 12, writing classes, resources, and etc. Open Books does offer free shipping for purchases over $20, and if you can get one hardcover book for $7.50, like you can get 2, maybe even 3 hardcovers and probably way more paperbacks, and you're still supporting a really good cause. So that is my indie book plug of the day. Fourth and final book. Wow, I can tell I also ran out of tape because I packed it with packing tape. You know, like the really big industrial kind, so oops. Fourth and final TBR requirement, An Edible History of Humanity by Tom Standage. I have read his other book, The History of the World in 6 Glasses. So this is a pretty cool cover. This is where I think food history is exciting because I found this is definitely seated in more of the world history section than it is the food writing section of like a Barnes and Noble, for example. Excuse me. Okay. More than simply sustenance, food historically has been the kind of technology changing the course of human progress by helping to build empires, promote industrialization, and decide the outcome of wars. Tom Standage draws on archaeology, anthropology, and economics to reveal how food has helped shape and transform societies around the world, from the emergence of farming in China by 7,500 BC to the use of sugarcane and corn to make ethanol today. An Edible History of Humanity is a fully satisfying account of human history. So this is another book that I would say is a great example of if you're new to food writing, but maybe you like history, anthropology, even economics, this is a good way to like put your toe into the shallow end of the pool and see if you like it. I'm very excited, and judging by the front, I'm not surprised to see things like corn, hogs, potatoes. A lot of these very basic things really impacted the way we live today. Okay, but these are my 1, 2, 3, 4 books off of my TBR. I'm pretty excited because they're two of them are on the shorter side, 2 are more on the longer side, and it's diverse, which is important to me because I am such a mood reader. So I've got a memoir, I've got MFK Fisher, I don't even know what to call her, prose, food writing prose, and 2 different history books. Let me know in the comments below if you're interested in reading any of these titles. I'm happy to do a buddy read. And if you haven't already, please consider hitting those like and subscribe buttons below. I would love for you to be part of my foodie family. Please stay safe, wear a mask, and if you haven't, support a small business. There you go, that's my sign off. And I'm out of battery. We did it. Bye.